Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com, and I want to show you something. And the reason I'm not a show and tell kind of guy. I really don't like showing my weapons, but there's things that you need to think about. And and this is special weapons, and this particular one is right here, and what it is, it's suppressed 22, and you see it has it is. I'm going to go on and explain all this, why this is as special as what it is. So, but anyway, before we get started, suppressed weapons and full autos are legal to own. Not in all states. Now, I'm an Oklahoma resident, and there's a reason why I'm an Oklahoma resident. Like I say, I'm able to have legally certain weapons. I mentioned that I train SWAT teams, but I am in the counter-terrorist business. This is what I do, and this is one of the special weapons that I use. And I'll let you know, you can get these. Right here's it's a federal permit to have it, and that right there shows my name. It's got my name, address, it's got all the stuff on there. And then this is what you're going to be. This is what you're looking for. The stamp. It's you buy a federal stamp, and this will let you own these particular weapons, and the full autos and the suppressed. Now, I have special tactics. By now you probably figured out I'm kind of odd. I do things kind of differently. And so my weapons are special. And they are legal. And now I can only... Well, no, I won't go into that. But anyway, we'll go into the firearm itself. Let me explain a little bit of it to you. And these are modifications you may want to think on your particular weapon. Now, this is a Ruger Mark II. I've had this for years and years and years. This is one of these things people give me hell. Said, Mike, they got new weapons and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, I understand they have new weapons, but mine may be old, but they are unique, and they're very good for what they're used for. I'm not going to go into what I'm using this thing for, but anyway, what it is, you've got it's a barrel. The barrel is about like that long. That's about where the barrel is, and I don't think you might be able to see it right there's a little bump. I don't know if you can see it there, but a little bump right there. And what that is, they've got a hole drilled in there. That's to release some of the pressure. So then when you can shoot it, it'll slow the bullet down more subsonic, so then it makes it more quiet. So that's the principles. And it's got baffles inside here. So this thing is set up, it's a permanently set suppressor. Now, at one time, you can see we've got holes in here. I had, what do you call it, a scope. And what it was, I had this thing, you set them up for different projects. And I had this set up where I could hit a can, pop can type thing, in the dark with the scope. And I had a fancy scope. It's any kind of light on it, anything at all. Pitch dark, I can't do it. But anything other than that, in 40 yards, I could hit a pop cam. And so that's one of the modifications that was on there. And the scope itself was a Leopold scope, and just flick it on and take it off. Put it on, flick it on, and that's what that worked. Okay. It's got night scopes on there. They glow in the dark. So that's one of the things on this thing. The trigger, if you're familiar with these, the Ruger Mark IIs, you'll tell this is not a standard trigger. It's very light trigger. And then you'll see over here, this is a magazine release, and I got this thing set up for right-handed use. And like I say, with the right hand, all I got to do is do like that to change the magazine. So that's why it's set up like that. It's a left-handed magazine release. Most of your right-handed magazine releases will be on this side. The problem is when you're shooting, you have to change the way you hold the weapon to release the mag. On this way I have it set up, I don't. I can just go on and just push it using my trigger finger. I can go on and push it. I can shoot, and then, like I say, just release the magazine. So it's set like that. So I don't have to change, because I'm using a 22. It's not that powerful. I've got to be able to speed load better, and like I say, I put multiple shots in whatever I'm shooting at. So that was one of the modifications with it. Right here, let's see, and this is something you don't find, maybe the new one's got them, but this one here's got the last shot, it locks the bolt back. Then you put your new magazine in, and then, like I say, you just flick it like that, using your thumb, and then you got another round in the chamber. So that's why, and it's different. Like I say, this thing's been heavily modified, and it's the price-wise. I don't remember. Like I say, I've had it a long time. I do know I had maybe $1,700, $1,800 in it. So it was very, very expensive back when I got this thing. And I say maybe the new ones put all this stuff on, but at the time when I had this was specially machined. I've sent this thing off to different parts of the country to have it modified to do what I want it to do. And like I say, the triggers, I'd say it's probably about maybe 2 or 3 pound pull on it. Very, very light. Well, let's see. There, you see, just doesn't take much. And there's no play in the trigger. See, that's it. No play at all. It's very, very light. And that is so I can do follow-up shots. 22 already doesn't kick much. With the length, there's no kick at all. And so then I can just sit there and just go like that, and it'll go. What you hear when you shoot it, this is what you hear. That's the noise you hear. The one modification I didn't do on this thing, and that is that you can put a button through here, and let's see. You see your slide. You put a hole right there, and you'll put a button that comes right on, and it'll come right into your slide. And this way, when you shoot, you push that button, and then you can shoot, and the slide won't work. So the only thing that you hear when you shoot is that. That's the only sound that's going to come out of it. This thing is very, very... when it comes to, you hear them called silencers. They're not silent. They are suppressed. But when I think of the word silence, this is about as close you can get to silence as there is. I say you got the noise of the bolt, and then I can still hold. What I do is I can put my thumb up on there and hold it, and then pull the trigger. But you're still going to hear the hammer hitting. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you and let you know what's going on. This, I say this falls into special weapons, and you need a support system when you use something like this. It's limited on how much firepower, the bullet being so small, and 22 is not a reliable bullet. The bullet, but it doesn't, it's a dirty, the ammunition is dirty, it cycles funny. And now with this particular one, you really have to oil it down to make it work. Because like I say, as you shoot, it gets dirty, and then, like I say, you don't get all the punch when you're shooting it because you're losing it to slow the bullet down. But anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.